Hey there, this is Dutch, and we are on a very strange server. Yes, it's the Alvega FTB server. I have been wanting to get on here for a little while now, but there were some problems in the past. But that all got sorted out, so here I am. This is my home. It's still work in progress, as you can see by that very flimsy tower up there. But let's just go inside of here, and we have a very inconspicuous nether portal, obviously. And yeah, just our basic setup here. As you can see, I've been gathering a lot of resources. Shut up, Adam. He always tries to get people to visit his channel whenever someone's recording. But yeah, the thing that we are going to be doing is that I am going to become a wizard. That's the thing that we are going to be focusing on. I originally didn't want to use any of the mechanical stuff, but yeah, a macerator is just way too good to pass up in FTB because you can double all of your resources. So I do have this generator, a bat box, and a macerator here, but I doubt we'll be using much more of the electronic stuff, at least for a while. So let's just head in here, and this is where the magic's gonna happen, literally. We are gonna be focusing on the Thaumcraft mod, and here we have two recipes that we're gonna need to take care of real quick. So let's just head over to our workbench over here, and then we can make a wand like this, Wand of the Apprentice. That's just gonna charge up. And we can make some scribing tools. Here we go. Now, another thing I should note is that we have a silverwood tree here. These are really rare. It's actually the reason I set up my house here. And also because we're right next to a volcano, and volcanoes are pretty cool. That allowed me to get the basalt rock, actually, for building my home. But this will become significant later on, once we get further into the Thaumcraft stuff. But let's get started here. Alright, so the first thing we do is we use our wand on this bookcase. Bam! Thaumonomicon. Alright, I said that wrong. Thaumonomicon. That's the manual for all things Thaumcraft. But we're not gonna look into that just yet. I've memorized most of it. Alright, so if we use these scribing tools on these two tables here, bam! Alright, this is a research table, and this, if we use the wand, boom! Arcane workbench, I think it's called. Okay, and lastly, we're going to make a crucible by using our wand on this cauldron. Alright, let's get some water in here and get that boiling. And in the meantime, we can check out the Thaumonomicon real quick. As you can see here, silverwood trees. They are rare and magical, and that's always a good thing. And over here you can see all of the different things that we can do research for, and that's what we're going to use this research table for. Now, we're going to need to get some supplies. Let's put this on thorough mode, because that's more efficient in my opinion. Time is of the essence. Okay, we're going to need a bunch of paper. Where did I leave my paper stuff? Here we go. I have some more sugarcane growing out in the back, so we should have more than enough. Okay, paper. And let's get some basic stuff. Let's see. If you hold shift, you can see which elements stuff is made up of. Let's take some gold. We're going to use that for our first bit of research. And some eggs. Where are they? Here we go. Stack of eggs. And some iron, in case we need it. And then we head over here. I'm only going to be showing off the research table once, like the workings of it, because I've been watching some videos of people and they basically spend an entire episode inside this thing, and it doesn't really make for a very interesting episode. So if we put some gold in here and we press the research button, you can see we now have some research that we're working on. Once you actually get more done, this will actually start being a description of the thing you're researching, which can help you picking your essences better. These are called essentia. I'm just going to call them essence. for short. Okay, so obviously this gold was very useful. We got two obscured research thingy-bobbers here, so let's research some more. Why is it not working? What the? Huh? Is it not? Hello? The heck is this? Is it the server or... Hello? Oh god. I think the server might be crashing. Ooh, that means I just... Yeah, what the heck? Okay, wow, server crashes. Really cool. Ah, well, that seemed to have had an effect. Okay, that's where we're at now, and as you can see, because we completed the metallum and we almost completed the Karas, let's just put some more in here. Karas can be hard to get. Actually, I think lapis lazuli also has it, so that's a bit more cheap than gold. Yeah, that has some Karas. So let's use that. Gold is valuable. But, as you can see here, we are actually studying in order to transform base metals into gold, so wouldn't be too bad if we lost some gold, but let's just use the lupus. Come on. Jesus. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's costing a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna use the gold. There we go. Okay, we got that figured out, and now last we need permutatio, and I happen to know that that is on eggs, so we researched the eggs, and blammo, we just finished our first piece of research. Basic transmutation. You can read the scroll, like... Why can't I... That's weird. It should be more up in my screen. I can't read it. That may have something to do with the resolution I'm playing in, but yeah, we right-click here, and now we've learned it, and it appears in our Thaumanomicon. You can click on it. You're now able to transform basic metals like iron into golden nuggets. The transformation is not without cost and loss, however, but one can never have too much gold, can one? Indeed. So my plan for today is to finish the entire first tier of research, which is everything in this area up until this bit of research here. So I'm going to be doing all of that, and whenever I finish some research, I'm going to cut ahead and show you what it is and stuff like that. So yeah, time to do magic. Alright, here's our next piece of research, tin transmutation, similar to the gold transmutation, except we can turn each and every single piece of metal into tin. Alright, next up, iron transmutation. This one's very basic, just metallum and permutatio. It allows us to turn every sort of metal into iron, so let's just click that. There we go. Iron transmutation. And in a similar vein, we have silver transmutation, which allows us to turn, I think, basic metals into silver. Let's check. No, other metals. I guess we can turn every metal into it. Alright, we have more transmutation coming up, so don't you go do anything else. Actually, we're taking a break from transmutation. Here we have thaumium. Now this stuff is very useful. Let's just do that. Here we go. Thaumium is the result of infusing base metals with raw magical energy. This is basically an improved version of iron, which you can use to create tools and some other things, which we will be researching later. Let's cook up some thaumium. We're gonna need some magic for that. The only source of magic I currently have is these shards. It's actually also in blaze rods, but I only have one. I don't really have a nether fortress nearby, so yeah, these fish shards are the best source of magic that I have right now. So let's just infuse some iron with magic, and the way we do that is with the crucible. Now, if we click here, we can see the recipe: 8 metallum and 4 magic, Tracantio. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that'll give us 1 bar. So this is 8 metallum, of course. And this is 6, so we need 3 of these for 2 bars. No, that's not true. It takes 4. So if we take 2 of these, we can do 3 bars. So let's just do that. Like this. We just throw it in here. We need to make sure that it's actually boiling. What was that just now? Can you sleep? Yeah, hold on. We'll do that after we cook this stuff up. So we just throw the ingredients in, like so, and give it a little tap, and voila! We have some thaumium. Alright, let's just go to sleep real quick, for Adam's sake. What? It's not night. Oh, Adam, you're so silly. You may have thought that it was a lightning storm, because you actually can't sleep during the day in a lightning storm. But yeah, now we have some thaumium, and why don't we just use that to create a pickaxe for the heck of it. Like so. I'm not actually sure how good the thaumium pickaxes are. Let's check its durability. We need to use it on something first. There we go. Okay, it has durability of 400, which is slightly worse than green sapphire, but iron tools only have 250, so it's definitely an improvement. Alright, well, so much for thaumium. On to the next piece of research. Time for more transmutation, this time lead. Of course, it's just the same as all the other stuff. We can now turn all metals into lead. I'm not actually sure if all metals means literally all metals, though, because I don't know if it's compatible with all the different mods in this pack. But oh well, we have one more transmutation bit to go, which will go over here, and then we can get on to some more interesting stuff. And finally, of course, the missing link, copper transmutation. Okay, that settles it for all our metal needs, I do think. Alright, so let's see if we can get this little bugger. And yes, we can get that little bugger. Here we have night ore, and this is actually of some significance because I want to use this stuff in order to light my home, so let's create some of it. It requires 2 pieces of coal and 6 torches to make one. So let's cook up a recipe. Okay, 2 pieces of coal. Yeah, 1, 2, and 6 torches. We can create 7 with this. So let's just do that. You can all throw it in at once. You can craft multiple things at once with the crucible. If we need some water. Let's get that. And put it in here. Let it boil. I have to wait for a bit. You actually need a constant source of heat underneath your crucible. It says so in the Thaumonomicon. Here we go. And put that in there. And blammo! Haha, 7 pieces of night ore. And that's actually what these pedestals outside of my home are for. And god, there's a lot of spiders on my roof. Jeez, there's 3 of them. At least. Get out of here. Don't have a lot of armor. It's almost gone, actually. Okay, well, that'll do. He's not so annoying. Alright. So we're gonna put that on here. And that just looks amazing, don't you think? That's pretty awesome. So let's use the rest of this stuff to light our study over here. To keep with the magic theme. Torches. Who needs torches? They're boring. This stuff's actually the same brightness as whatchamacallit, glowstone. Which makes it a pretty good lightning source. What's a good place to put this? We can just put it on the walls, I guess. That'll do. Have some magic lighting. Alright, that about does it for night ore. On to the next piece of research. And here we have a derivative of the night ore, alumentum. And this stuff is actually a really good source of fuel. As you can see here, it requires 3 coal and 3 cobblestone. And that will give you the same amount of power as, I think, 10 pieces of coal would normally. Let's check that out. Actually, we can just use the inventory here. Alumentum. Yeah, that gives you 16,000 EU and a piece of... Oh no, it gives 4 times as much. Excuse me, not 10 times. What am I thinking? But yeah, that's a net gain of about 1 coal, considering that you only need 3 coal to make one. Was it? Yep, 3 coal. So that's pretty good. But you know, there are better ways, of course, to get energy, but they can also be used as hand grenades. And that's a lot of fun. So let's make one real quick. Let's get some more water. There we go. Let it boil. Should really remember to just put water in there whenever I'm doing research. Come on, do it. There we go. Okay, 2 pieces of coal, 3 pieces of cobble. Blam. Wait, what? Did I? Oh no, wait, we need 3 pieces. Derp. Okay, that just, that's not a good idea, by the way, to just waste stuff like that, because, whenever you waste energy, like whenever we put elements in there that we don't actually use, it'll create flux, which is, bad, and that can cause, let's see, 3 coal. That can cause, stuff like wisps, which are enemies, to spawn in the area. We don't want that. There we go. We have some elementum. We can just use this as fuel, and we can blow stuff up. Let's, might not be a good idea to fight with an enderman, to be honest. Oh, we still have that spider up here. I don't think he's mad at us, which makes him a perfect guinea pig. Ha ha ha! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, he doesn't even get angry at us. Seems to do about as much damage as a sword hit would, but still, that's pretty useful. Well, less useful, more just funny, actually. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? We're almost done. Let's see. Maybe we can do some research into this interesting looking thingy. Here we go. This is going to be our first piece of magical equipment, the thermometer. Now, I'm not actually sure what this thing is useful for. Well, I know what it does, but I haven't really been able to figure out how to use it properly. It acts like a mystical compass pointing you towards the center of the nearest magical aura. So let's just create one. I think it doesn't matter what kind of shard you use. You do need to use the arcane workbench though. So you just put your wand here. Why does this not work? Maybe we do need a blue shard. Let's go get one real quick. I have a bunch. I just have the most green shards, so I'll be using those for my research. Let's do this. Right, the thermometer. Now, as you can see, this... we can't see. God damn it, that's really annoying. Don't know if I can fix that. That should make it worse. Really weird. I guess FTB is meant to be played in full screen. I'm not playing full screen right now. Maybe if we put our font higher? No. Damn it. That's quite annoying. We can't really see, but if all is well, it should point us towards that tree, because silverwood trees are always a source of magical power. Oh well, I might show that off next time when we can actually look at what we have in our hands. Actually, fine. No, that disappears that thing too. Okay, we're done. Let's get my wand and do some more research. Okay, now what have we here? Enchanted fabric. This is another magic material. Silky smooth. But yeah, we can create it out of string and wool. And using some magic from our wand, and this is gonna be useful in some recipes in the future. I'm not really sure which ones yet, but we'll find that out. And looks like we're almost done with tier 1. We just need this one, and this one. So let's get to it. Look at that, a pentagram. This is actually a quite a complicated piece of research, at least from what we've seen so far. This is magical building blocks, and these things are really useful. If we look up the Thaumanomicon entry here, you found a way to merge the strength of stone with the resiliency of thaumium. The result is a block quite resistant to daily wear and tear. These can be used to create beacon bases, which is really nice because it only takes 4 pieces of stone and 4 pieces of thaumium to create 8 of these blocks. So very easy to get beacons with this. And yeah, it also gives you access to these arcane wood blocks. I'm not really sure what they are used for. And it also allows you to make the mystical construct here. It's an infusion altar. Now, this has some uses. Let's see, it can infuse certain creations with mystical aspects. I'm not really sure what this is used for yet, but we do want to make one sometime in the future. It allows you to craft magical items or something like that. I'm not really sure about it. We'll need to do some research into that, but looks like we finished this one automatically, just like this one. I guess that's what the round ones mean. So we can finally complete Tier 1. Ooh, let's just sleep real quick. Well, it cost me all of my air shards, but we finally completed Tier 1. You may be onto something here. For the moment it lies just outside your grasp, but you're beginning to see how the magical elements and natural worlds all fit together. Knowledge like this could prove invaluable. Well, let's see how invaluable it is. Unified atomic field theory. Now, I haven't actually completed this research before, so I'm actually quite interested in what we can do now. Let's see. Ooh, looks like we can improve our... Damn it, I just used all of my air shards. Ah, well. You finally have a grasp. Not only is this knowledge enlightening, it has some practical applications. First such practical application is an improvement to your casting wand. Yeah. Oh, well, I don't think we need that too much. Ooh, this does look quite interesting. But I think we'll be getting into that next time, though. Let's see if we can maybe do some work around here for a little bit. Actually, let's just place some more light around the place, and then we'll call it a day. We still have these 3 night ores. So that does it for Tier 1. We can do some pretty cool stuff now already. At least our metal reserve should be fine, and there's a creeper. Die. Bastard. I've died once on this server because a creeper blew me up when I was building, and I've already survived like I don't know how many blasts. I swear there's a lot of creepers in here, more than average. He's still down there, bastard. I guess we can just put some light here. It's not too. We're gonna need a lot more, but I don't really feel like using it on the interior because it's not finished yet. And I guess I haven't shown my farm yet. This is my farm. Yay! It's pretty basic. I got some potatoes from a zombie, so I was able to plant some of those. There's a little cave down here. This was also really annoying to get. I think like the nearest, or well, the only nether fortress that I managed to find is like 500 blocks from my portal in the nether. Ah, that was a pain in the ass. We have our cows here. This was also annoying. I had to travel like 1,500 blocks in that direction in order to finally find some cows. Because there's literally no cows near the spawn. No one has been able to find any, basically. That was also really annoying. And yeah, just a quick run around of the house. We have our little pond here, which has chickens in it. The eggs are really useful for the magic stuff, so I wanted to get some chickens. And yeah, the volcano, actually. I've been collecting this basalt in order to create my house. There's really a lot of this stuff here. I want to eventually clear all of this out so we have a nice, beautiful landscape again. And yeah, only the volcano will be a big black eyesore. You know, the volcano I'm gonna leave it be, because that's actually pretty useful. Makes a good source of lava in case we ever need it. There's a couple of oil wells around here as well, but I don't think I'll be doing anything with them. This is one of the areas where I've been cleaning out the basalt. This used to be covered entirely. So yeah, I've already cleared out a lot of it, but I'd say that about does it for today. We actually got some stuff done. Next time, who knows? We might take a look at some of the other guys' bases. Adam's base is relatively nearby. He's been doing some stuff with turtles. I think he's just been digging a hole for now, but that might be interesting to check out, so we might do that next time. And yeah, I'll see you guys then.